Hi everyone, welcome back to another Fresh Look Friday. I'm Miss Lora, and I'm here to share with you some middle grade mystery novels. Some of these are older and some of them are brand new. So let's dig right in, shall we? We're going to start with this one. So I wanted to share this one with you specifically. This is called Chasing Vermeer. When I student taught in college, I had a fifth grader in my classroom that highly recommended this book to me. He said it was fantastic and he really wanted me to read it because he thought I would like it. So I did, and guess what? I loved it. So Chasing Vermeer is a classic mystery. It reminded me a lot of the Westing game. Petra and Calder are our main characters. You can see them on the cover here. They're not friends, but they are thrown together to solve this mystery because we have a missing Vermeer painting. A very, very famous painter, Vermeer. The painting is missing, worth millions of dollars. The FBI does not know what's going on. They're completely baffled. They cannot solve this case. It's very twisty, turns, a lot of unpredictable things. I never knew what was going to happen. And Petra and Calder, their friendship grows. And to find out if they find that missing painting, you'll have to read Chasing Vermeer. If you like this, Blue Balliett, the author, has other books that are this similar genre and continue with some of the characters. So, Chasing Vermeer. Then we have the London Eye mystery right here. I read this in Novel Thoughts a few years ago, and all my kids in the Novel Thoughts book club really enjoyed this. So Ted and Kat are brother and sister. They are our main characters. They are in London, and their cousin visits them, Salim. And they want to take their cousin to the London Eye, which is this big giant Ferris wheel. You've probably seen pictures. Maybe some of you have even been there. It's way bigger than a regular Ferris wheel. The little cars on it are humongous. You can fit like 50 people in one of these little cars. Giant. But a lot of people say it's like one of the best ways to see London from a bird's eye view. So they're taking their cousin on the London Eye. Except once they've ridden it and they get off, he's not with them anymore. He's disappeared. He got on the car with them. They got separated on the car. They were looking at things, but when the ride's over and they get off, everyone gets off but their cousin. He's not there. Where could he have gone? There's no place to like disappear on the London Eye. Their aunt is very concerned. The police, again, have no idea what happened. So Ted and Kat, who are brother and sister and don't necessarily get along, have to put their differences aside so that they can find Salim. Another twisty-turny mystery that I didn't see coming. The London Eye mystery. Switching gears a little bit to spies. We have Spy School by Stuart Gibbs. I bet a lot of you have heard of this. Stuart Gibbs has a lot of books, and he has a lot of books in the Spy School series. In fact, they're still being published. A lot of them are coming out. So if you like a series and you like being able to read something right after the next without thinking too much, I definitely check out Spy School. So our main character is Ben Ripley. He's 12. The book starts, he's home alone, and this man is there. He gets home and there's this man in his house and he doesn't know who he is. And it turns out he's a spy from the CIA. And he tells him that Ben has been recruited to attend CIA's Academy of Espionage, but he cannot tell anyone that he's going to this school if he decides to go. He can't even tell his parents. Well, after some thought, Ben decides it'd be great to be a spy. So he joins the Academy of Espionage. He tells his parents that he's going to a science boarding school. He tells his best friend that's where he's going. That's his cover story. So then he goes to the school. Turns out it's a lot harder than he expected it to be. And there's a double agent on the loose. It's a student, a teacher, maybe, is wreaking havoc on campus and possibly trying to kill Ben. So now he has to survive and figure out who this double agent is. It read in the beginning a lot like Harry Potter in that there's a boarding school with boys and girls going to the school. They live together. They do all these hijinks. They are definitely on missions on their own without involving the adults because the adults in this book, I'm not going to lie, they're a little clueless. So it's up to the kids to save the day in Spy School. Next, we have a puzzle book. This is a newer book. This is called Hide and Geek. And Geek stands for Gina, Edgar, Elena, and Kevin. They are 4 best friends. They live in the town of Elmwood. And Elmwood was once a very, very famous place because it is the home of the Van Houten family. And the Van Houten family invented a very, very famous puzzle toy called the Bamboozler. Think Rubik's Cube, but more. Right? So this Van Houten family is very, very rich. And they brought a lot of this richness to the town. It's actually where the factory that makes the Bamboozlers exists. So a lot of people are employed at this factory, and it is what's sustaining this town. Well, the Van Houtens have, the oldest Van Houten has died. They've sold the company, and now they have to close the factory. And that is bad news for the town. People are going to lose jobs, that people are going to stop coming to the town, and the town itself just might fade away. Well, the geeks are not okay with that, and they want to find a way to save the town. And through some investigation, they discover that the Van Houtens have left a scavenger hunt for them, specifically one that will reveal the Van Houten family treasure that just might save the town. So there's these different puzzles that they have to solve, just these 4 kids. They don't tell anybody else because they don't want anyone to get this treasure because it's for the town of Elmwood. So they're working together on their own, sneakily trying to save the town of Elmwood through puzzles. It's definitely cool. There's a lot of puzzles. If you like riddles and rhymes and scavenger hunts, Hide and Geek is for you. Our last one is kind of genre bending. There's a lot of different genres in it. It's not just a mystery book. This is brand new. I'm the very first person to check this copy out. It's called Duet by Elise Broach. And our main character, and who tells the whole story, is Mirabelle, a goldfinch. So it's told from an animal's point of view. Mirabelle loves to sing, and her favorite thing to do is sit outside Mr. Starrick's window because he is a piano teacher, a very highly regarded piano teacher as well. And Mr. Starrick takes on a new student named Michael. Michael turns out to be one of the best piano players that Mr. Starrick or Mirabelle have ever heard. And Mirabelle starts singing while Michael plays, hence a duet. They build a wonderful relationship. One of Michael and Mr. Starrick's favorite composers is Chopin. And they play a lot of Chopin music in this. And he had a lot of pianos that have gone missing throughout history. And together they decide, Mirabelle and Michael and his friend Emily, decide to try and find one of the Chopin missing pianos. So through this story of friendship and growth and getting over fear, there is a mystery to find this piano. If you liked One and Only Ivan or any animal fiction, definitely pick up Duet because Mirabelle tells the whole story. So you get the perspective from a bird. I learned a lot of bird facts while reading this. She also has 2 brothers and a mother, and the mom just laid more eggs, so she has even more little siblings coming along. I learned a lot about what birds do during storms, what birds do during night, how they build their nests. I didn't think that was going to be very intriguing, but it was, and it added layer and layers and layers to this book. If you like music, you would definitely like this, specifically piano. They talk a lot about how to play piano, not technically, but with passion and from your heart. And then there's that whole mystery, historical element of finding this piano that's hundreds of years old and restoring it. And if they do find it, what do they do with it? Duet by Elise Broach. And those are the mysteries I have for you today. Join me next time for even more books. Bye.